I think we're going to pass it on over to Gretchen.
I have a video too, and in this video, we're watching a blending board lesson. Each student is asked to identify the sounds in the rhyme and then add an onset and identify the sound in the onset, and then blend those sounds to make a whole consonant vowel consonant word. Like the rhyme would be act, and then add the k and for k, act, cat. One thing that we know about Mila from that student data summary is that she has significant articulation, or what we call speech sound deficits, such that a standardized articulation test could not be completed initially. She also has significant expressive and expressive, receptive and expressive language impairment. We know that students, from the research, that students who have language impairments often struggle with literacy skills. And the research has also shown that combined speech sound disorder and language impairments have a significant impact on students' literacy skills. So the team really has to consider what impact this is having on her literacy skills. So if you'll roll the tape, Daylene, we'll watch this lesson.
What does our rhyme say? Act. Act. You ready? We're going to add an onset. Now what's it say? It's okay. Up here. Hey, up here. What's it say? Sat. Can you say sat? You say it. Sat. Good. All right, Mila. At. At. Now we have. Mat. Can you say mat? Good. Well, together now, we're going to take away our A and put our new letter. Our new sound is going to go in the middle. And this says, yeah, very good. I says it. Are you ready? What's this say? It. It. Now I add this onset. It says, Mila. Zit. Zit. Emma. Can you tell me? Yeah. Say, look, with our mouth shape, it's a circle. Can you say it? It. Oh.
When planning this lesson for Mila, we have to consider those effects that her speech deficits are going to have on producing the sounds and also hearing her errors. So just to get a little nerdy with you guys, research has shown that when students have speech sound disorders or articulation disorders at the time they begin to learn to read, that it impacts their literacy skills long term. So what am I talking about when I say speech sound disorders? So the ASHA definition, or the big umbrella term, is referring to any difficulty or combination of difficulties with the perception or the motor production or the phonological representation of speech sounds and segments, including those rules that govern the allowable speech sound sequences in a language. Like some of our English sounds aren't allowed. It would sound weird to put them together or to blend them together. Whereas in a different language, French, maybe they put those sounds together. So that's what a speech sound disorder is. There's been two kind of explanations for the relationship to speech sound disorders and reading. One is that phonological representations, or what they say, how they produce the sounds, may be degraded or fuzzy, like they're not hearing it quite right. Thus, the student has poor decoding skills. Another possibility is that those representations are intact, but short-term memory processes are limited. And so Rebecca shared some of that with us too. So if you look at this crazy graphic on the right, I'm going to try to explain it as best I can. It shows some of the links or relationships of speech sound disorders, language impairment to literacy skills. So in the green box are things that contribute to speech sound disorders. In the red box, and you'll notice there's one that overlaps, are things that contribute to language impairment. The blue box are reading components. If you look at the arrows represent how the authors have linked the speech sound disorders and language impairment to the literacy components. So if we look at a deficit in phonological awareness, the second oval, which relates to a speech sound disorder, we see that it is strongly linked to spelling and written language and reading decoding.